Good morning. So I was pulling some cards for myself this morning from my Horse Tarot deck, which I love. Gives me so much introspection. And I pulled a card that I figured others would want to hear the message as well, might need it as well. So here we are. This is the card that I pulled. Beautiful. And this card is for intuition. Non-rational perception, subtle body awareness, intersubjectivity. A horse of a different color emerges from the mist, bringing wisdom from a mysterious source. Intuition not only connects us to a deeper, more soulful consciousness, it reminds us that the universe is a latticework of relationships. The challenge. In accepting the gift of expanded awareness, you must monitor your shadow and remember that you're human. When the ego takes credit for extrasensory perception, it becomes inflated and dangerous. Intuition is tricky, essentially a catch-all for non-rational forms of perception, from hunches, gut feelings, and ideas that come out of nowhere to inner voices, animal communication, dreams, and visions. The phenomenon is attributed to saints and madmen. To the rational mind, it's evidence of insanity. To the religious mind, it's either a privileged communication from God or the work of the devil. To the experienced mediator, it's a side effect of enlightenment. To the psychic, it may be a gift, a curse, a way to make a living, or an escape. The simple truth of the matter is that everyone has intuitive insights. Whether we've grown up suppressing or exploiting this natural ability, the key is to use it without becoming infatuated or inflated by it. I think that is beautiful. Shadow work is definitely something I've been working on hugely. Just healing my shadow and learning more about my shadow. And I'm certainly not done. I probably never really will be, because I think everyone kind of, throughout life, it's almost natural for people to have a shadow. It's just, like the book said, whether or not how we let it affect us. If we can work with our shadows, recognize when it's our shadows at work, rather than our own souls. Shadow work is really just suppressed emotions, things that haven't really been talked about or dealt with. So, like, a lot of shadow work that I had to do was working on my inner child, because that girl was sad. I did a lot of meditations on inner child healing as well, which was huge. I was able to give my younger self a hug and apologize to her and let her know that we are here. I'm here. I got you. You got me. You were safe. And letting them know it's okay. And then I just cried with her. And it's important to acknowledge these emotions, even if it is from a really young age and you're much older now. It's okay to step back and kind of go back and heal those things. It's necessary in a lot of ways. Otherwise, you're going to take all that baggage into every type of relationship that you have, whether it's love, friendship, family, you name it. You will always be operating, in a sense, from your shadow instead of your true authentic self. And that's kind of my biggest goal at the moment, is to always operate from my authentic self and not feel the need to put any masks on, or, you know, if I disagree with something, speaking up on it, you know, like doing my diligence for myself, to show myself that we want what's best, but to also recognize the change up, the switch from operating out of your shadows versus operating out of who you truly are. And that's always going to be a process, I would imagine. I'm sure over time it might get a little easier, I would like to think. But either way, as long as we can keep in the forefront, like, yes, it is easy to kind of get sucked back into our old patterns and ways of thinking. But if we're able to make that connection in the moment, recognize it, oh my gosh, there's so much healing that happens, and it's magical. And I hope that anyone and everyone that wants to work on their shadows and do any inner healing, I hope they get to experience it, because it is quite phenomenal. All right, have a good day.